you've seen probably on social media for the last few days, it's gotten some attention of the pilot for American Airlines who was waiting to board his flight, and he had the button on his own personal luggage. There it is, and it says, "Let's go, Brandon." And then you've got this Karen who did not appreciate, and so she took to Twitter, "Hey, American Air, y'all cool with your pilots displaying this kind of cowardly rhetoric on their crew luggage when they're in uniform about to fly a plane? We are not the only passengers who noticed, and we're disgusted." And then they're at some airport about to board a flight and whatever. I don't know, I'm more inclined to fly American Airlines after seeing that myself. There's no fallout from that, right? I mean, American apologized, right? They didn't say,
of course,
it's his personal luggage, back off, Karen. Here's a voucher so you can go chill at the bar, nothing like that.
No, the apology came through, but also what kind of society do we live in that somebody can have like a sticker or a button or whatever you want to call that on his luggage, and people are like, you don't agree 100% with me. I'm
Right.
sorry. Why do you think you're qualified to fly my airplane?
I got news for her.
It's
That's
a
not
sticker.
the first anti-Biden
Relax.
pilot that she's flown on a plane with. Just the fact that he is not shy about showing that's what's upset her.
Yeah, more than anything. I mean, I think the fact that they still apologize to me is a problem.
Right.
I mean, other people may disagree with that.
The
That's
company.
fine. Yeah, I think it really does go to show, and I think these are the things that you point to see kind of who actually is in control. It's bottom line, if that guy had a sticker that said BLM, whatever, there would have been virtually no apology or anything.
And she would have tweeted out praise.
Of course.
And American Airlines probably would have liked it.
Yeah,
or
something
retweeted
like
it.
that. Yeah, exactly. And that's how you know that they're winning, at least there, because of that. They control what's the acceptable rhetoric, what's the acceptable part of the conversation, and what is deemed as more an acceptable position to have. And that's just another reminder of that.
Absolutely. And it's amazing how these airlines, not just airlines, these companies are so tone deaf to their customer base, but at the same time we keep using their products. So what does that say?
Well,
about
yeah,
us?
that's
right?
battle I'm fighting in the entertainment space.
Right, yes.
Right now. Seriously, like that's
EricDJuly.com.
Yes, that's the battle that I've been fighting in the music space forever. I'm one of the few guys that is a open, like, obviously libertarian in the metalcore space. There's none of us, it's just me and Phil Labonte of All That Remains, and that's about it. Everybody else is a raging leftist. But no, we're fighting this fight right now in entertainment, trying to wean people off of that so we stop subsidizing people that hate us. I think that it's a little different with airlines, but at least in the entertainment space, I think it's a lot more optional than flying around. And trying to wean people off of that is a battle, I think, certainly worth fighting. And if we're going to win culturally, that's what we have to do.
I have a question for you, Jill, because you are surrounded in the sports space, okay? And one of the leaders at this point, after, I guess, being dragged into it, and now they're a self-proclaimed leader, I guess, of the social justice movement. And it's sports. It's professional leagues especially, okay? And it's in the college ranks too. At least from our perspective at home with the remote. When you're actually at these teams, and you don't have to discuss any specific teams or any leagues or whatever, but when you're actually in their space, right? And I have no idea how you're going to answer this. Do you find that they typically agree with the social justice movement, or are they just like, yeah, we're going along with it? You know, what kind of attitude when the cameras are off and the commercials aren't rolling?
On the West Coast, when I was there, they absolutely agreed with it. It was lockstep with everything, and I would just kind of nod and say, okay, you know, like, I'm in a professional space. I'm not there to argue my politics with them. And then I went through the SEC this football season. way different. Everywhere that we would go, I mean, the messaging, it was people out on the town. The whole experience could not have been more different than the life that I had on the West Coast for the previous however many years.
It's just like
it was
red state,
completely
blue
different.
state thing,
It was exactly. And I would say, you know, obviously a lot of college kids are still going to be leaning left, and
Sure.
they don't want to offend
Mm-hmm.
anyone. And we should give them all their personal space, and they can do whatever they want with their own lives. And there's a lot of that.
Really?
Still.
Really? Is that accurate? Can we do whatever we want with our lives? Is that include a vaccine?
Or a button on a
Or a button on a bag?
on a bag. Like you can't.
Uh-huh.
You can go through and be like, oh, she's so brave that she's transitioning into a man. But if you put a button on a bag,
Right.
whoa, stop it right there.
Make it